Hi, Kate.
Hi, Nicole.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm sick, so not great, but another day, another
Could be
dollar.
better. Could be better. Could be worse, though, probably.
Probably, always, I think,
Yeah.
at this point. But who
It's a
knows?
gray, gloomy day here. So, also, not doing my best, but,
I know I literally just hauled ass from the train to get here, and it's pouring sideways,
oh,
and
perfect.
my umbrella almost broke.
Oh, good. Good.
So, yeah. But I'm inside now, and we're chatting, and that's all that matters to me.
That is all that matters. And thank God for that. I love a Monday now.
Makes
Monday's Curious Who. I'm like, I get to chat with my best friend on a podcast, Mike. I'm thrilled.
And we got to do the little things that make us thankful for being alive, and one of those things is yapping into the microphone.
Period.
And so if we can suggest one thing, and we're actually always saying this famously, is that you should start a podcast.
You should start a podcast with your best friend. It is such a joy. Such a joy.
Such a
And
joy.
some people are like, I don't think I could get past, what is that stat that, most podcasts don't make it past, 5 episodes or something?
Yeah,
That's why you
95%,
have to do it with your
95% of podcasts don't make it past episode 5.
and that's why you have to do it with your best friend because you're always gonna have something to yap about. And if you don't, that's not your best friend.
No, but it's also a testament of showing up, being
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It sure is.
So,
You gotta make the time. You gotta
mhm.
prioritize. And that's what we do.
Yeah, this is quite literally one of the only things I prioritize in my week. So,
Anywho,
welcome back
welcome back.
to another
This
episode.
is TG1F, an F1 podcast with Kate and Nicole. We're your hosts. My name is Kate.
And I'm Nicole.
And this is our show. We talk about F1 and a whole bunch of other shit you may or may not care about, but we don't really care because it's our show.
It's our show.
And we do what we want.
What right now, when I did that, it's our show, I kind of sound like Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. 100%. Yeah.
Treat
R.I.P.
yourself 2011.
Where's he been at?
He was just in a movie famously.
Famously. Didn't know.
Well, the reason I'm going to say famously is you'll get this, maybe not. Have you recorded your episode with Lily yet?
Yes.
And did she ask you what your favorite Keanu Reeves movie is?
No.
Oh, okay. Guess that bit fell off. But it was a recurring bit early on. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they might have cut that out.
Yeah, I didn't hear that in your episode either. So,
but they were like, we're doing a bit where we're trying to get Keanu Reeves on the podcast because he's doing the documentary for Cadillac.
Yeah.
Body, one of the two.
It's Cadillac.
And they're like, we're trying to get him on the podcast. So like we're kind of like hyping him up and like asking everyone what their favorite Keanu Reeves movie is. And so mine, I said I love the John Wick movies, but also I just watched, I think it's called Good Fortune. It's like his most recent movie he did, but it's him, Seth Rogen, and Aziz Ansari. And the premise is that Keanu Reeves is like an angel, and but the hierarchy is like these different.
Has he not done a movie like this before? Has he? I feel like he's played an angel before.
I mean, look at his face. Of course, he probably has.
Obviously,
It's kind of like
true.
His archetype. Anyway, it's a comedy, and the premise is like he is basically the angel of texting and driving. So basically, he just like follows people around and puts his hand on their shoulders when they're about to crash, when they're texting and driving. And he's like, I want more from my life. Like I want to put people on a better path. And so he goes rogue and tries to help Aziz Ansari, and then he body swaps him with Seth Rogen, who's like this rich asshole. And then they have to go on this like journey to convince him that being rich is not better than his life. And he's like, I'm not switching back. Like, this is way better. And Seth Rogen like realizes that he's been body swapped, and he's like, we have to convince him. So it's like it was really funny. I had a really good time.
It's really giving. I woke up in Chris Brown's body.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. But it was funny. And so if you're looking for something silly to watch, I put it on a whim because I was like, I don't know what to watch. And I do love Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, I love him.
And so I put that on and I loved it. So I'm kind of up to date on what's going on with Aziz these days.
Okay, love to hear that. I didn't get asked what my favorite Keanu Reeves movie is, but if I had to answer,
Yeah, and I want you to answer right here, right now.
there's so many.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously the John Wicks are classic. Obviously, you got The Matrix, that's a classic.
Mhm.
Personally, though, and this is relevant today of all days, I would have to say Hardball.
Okay, I've never seen it.
He is a gambler who ends up having to coach a youth baseball team
Okay.
in Chicago. Shouts out to the
Mhm.
Chicagos. And it's just like a really kind of good, heartwarming movie. Why it's relevant also stars Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan.
Ah, okay, great.
He's one of the baseball players.
Great.
Phenomenal movie. Nick had me watch it a couple years ago. Great film, great flick. Love a little Keanu, love a little MBJ.
Mhm.
Oscar winner, MBJ.
Yeah. And he
Thrilling.
will henceforth be known as
Oscar winner,
Oscar
MBJ.
winner. OWOMBJ.
OWMBJ. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna call him from now on. Which does tie in to Formula One because at the Oscars last night, where OWMBJ got the OW added to his name, the F1 movie did also win an
They
Oscar
did take home a little statue, which
for best sound. I
I
said if
mean,
they were gonna win anything in this at this here award show, I guess that's one I would have picked for them. Like maybe the visual effects, but they were up against Avatar, and like, sorry, you can't. Nobody can actually go up against Avatar
you
on.
can't outdo the doer, you
You
know?
literally can't. It's just like they're going through the nominees for that, and I was just like, okay, stop the count. Avatar was the
Yeah.
first one they said, and we're like, no one's gonna win over them.
No,
That's just like it's impossible because the whole movie is special effects.
literally. And
So
you're
then I
right.
was like, okay, F1's not gonna get this. It's sure not gonna get Best Picture. If F1 the movie had won Best Picture at the Oscars, I would have guaranteed that Lewis Hamilton had dirt on someone.
The fact of the matter is that F1 already shouldn't have been up there. I was saying today in the office, someone paid someone off, someone
Yeah.
had dirt on someone. Why was that movie nominated? Because while I did have a mildly fun time watching that movie, that is a blockbuster movie. That is
Yeah.
not an Oscar award-winning movie, and I
Like,
know some people are gonna come in the DMs, and sometimes I often say this too, but, like, they're like, "Why can't blockbuster movies be Oscar nominees?" And it's like, they can, but this movie had 0 substance.
no.
It had no moral, it had no real through plot line. It was just Brad Pitt kind of circle jerking to be able to drive an F1
Yeah.
car.
No, it was so funny. It's so funny because you look at the rest of like the lineup for that category, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, what? One of these things is not like the
No.
other. You've got Sinners, you've got One Battle After Another, you've got Hamnet. Like, I'm like, and then you have F1, the movie. And
I
we're
just
F1 stands. You guys know this is an F1 podcast. Obviously, we love F1. Loved that they made a movie, had a good time. Does not match up
no.
with those other movies. Does not match.
And I can already hear people now, "Well, what about Marty Supreme?" Marty Supreme was a great movie, and it was way better than F1. I saw it twice in theaters.
It's just, it's funny. It's funny, but you know what? That's okay. They won. And this is a question that I have. So does Lewis now have an Oscar?
No, because it's not for overall, it's just for the people nominated for the sound design.
Got it. Okay.
Like, he might have gotten an Oscar if it had won
Best
Best
Picture.
Picture because
Got
he's
it.
an executive producer on that movie,
Okay.
but not if it's just for the category that you're in.
Okay. It's so funny. I, man, the Oscars kind of a flop.
They were silly this year. I hated when all of the celebrities had their little lights like it was a Taylor Swift concert for K-pop Demon Hunters. I said, "Hey, kind of what's happening here?
I
Why are
wanted
they
them
doing that?"
all I wanted them all to go back to like, do you remember in like 2007 when you would be at like a school dance or a concert or something and you had the lighter app on your phone.
Yeah.
You remember the lighter app and everyone would just
Mhm.
be like
That's what I thought. They were all, like, holding up their phones. I was like, "Oh, okay, who
and
kinda
I was
started
like,
this
I
trend?"
need that to be what's happening in the audience right now, but they had their little like light up globes. I was like, I feel like I'm at Epcot. It was kind of funny. Honestly, didn't hate it. I liked it. I love to watch a celebrity. Celebrities, they're just like us. They're holding up their little light up orbs for K-pop demon hunters.
They're
I
like,
love to watch a
"Okay."
celebrity do something so silly. Like, you're
And
not better than me. You're
and
not better than me.
and they were being silly, that's for certain.
Yeah, I feel like there were certain parts of the Oscars this year that I enjoyed, and certain parts I was like, mm, thumbs down.
Yeah, I wasn't
They were
really
they were trigger happy with that playoff music.
Mhm.
Trigger happy with it. Some people got so long. Some people they started playing and then they stopped, and some people they were like, "No, you're just done."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't really need a skit. I don't need like a funny little bit in between everything. I don't need these two presenters to come up and like do a bit that is objectively not funny
Mhm.
and like isn't going to work because it
Mhm.
just looks rehearsed." I would like to see the people that have like kind of worked really hard to win an award be able to like thank people and like say a little something.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a category where multiple people win.
Mhm.
Like, if it's just, like, one person, fine, put them on a limit, put them on, like, a 45-second limit or whatever it is. But if you're gonna, like, announce a winner that there's, like, 5 people, at least give enough time for multiple people to say something.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my big complaint about it.
That's fair.
But
Yeah, I just going back to the F1 movie, one of the things that we were gonna discuss, well, we were gonna ask Tim, one of the executive
yeah,
producers on the film, was that only, like, 19 or 20, depends who you ask about what you categorize as a sports movie, only 19 or 20 movies that have been made about sports have ever been the Best Picture nominee. I don't have my phone on me, so I don't know which ones they are, off the top of my head, but I think knowing which ones have been up there that I do know, thinking that F1 is part of that list, like, feels laughable to me.
right. Like, I don't know the list, but I'm assuming, like, Rocky.
Yeah, it's like Rocky, it's like Million Dollar Baby, it's I think Creed might have been nominated, I might be making
I'm
that up.
guessing, like, Remember the Titans, maybe, like I'm thinking movies that really said something. It
Yeah,
was like a cultural commentary,
yeah.
and a cultural commentary the F1 movie was not. Simply not.
And again, we're not saying this is not falling under the "why be upset when you can just have fun" category, right? Because 'Cause we're not upset that they made the movie, right?
No.
And I'm not even upset that it was nominated.
No.
It's just laughable, right?
And it's
It's
just
like,
funny.
it's just kind of one of those things where you're like, "Okay, nepo baby type situation."
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Sure, Jan.
yeah.
Happy for you.
Yeah, well, you know what?
What?
Maybe F2 will win take home Best Picture. So you can get them next time, guys.
You can get them next time. No, it was very funny. Congrats to them though.
Yeah.
They're it's an Oscar-winning movie,
It
and
sure it
that's crazy.
sure is.
So there is one photo going around that is like I just feel like I'm seeing it everywhere. It's like so and so like attends the Oscars tonight, and it's like one specific photo of like a background that they're just like photoshopping people in.
Mhm.
And I saw so many ones that were like Charles Leclerc and Alexandra Leclerc are like attending the Oscars tonight, and I was like, if anyone's believing this, you're an idiot. They're in China. They simply did not get here in time.
No. If Lewis isn't there, then they're not there.
Truly. But it was very funny. And that's where the Anna Darmus poo crave photo that we saw
Okay.
came from. That was
Okay.
one of those.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so F1 was in China this weekend, and I unfortunately did get it spoiled for me
Same.
before I watched.
Me too.
I did really good last week not getting spoilers. This week I did get it spoiled for me, but I wasn't mad about it.
I mean, our son,
Our son,
our
my tiny
child.
baby, Kimmy, with his first win. I cried. I was literally crying.
It was really special. It was really special. I mean, like, the only thing that could have made it better was if it was double Ferrari and Kimmy.
Yeah. You
George,
know, I wanted
whatever.
I've been manifesting a Kimmy double Ferrari podium,
Yeah, you
so
have.
we're almost
You're literally
there.
getting so close.
It's like every week so far has been some version,
Yeah.
so we're really close. I'm like I'm living in the reality, and
Mhm.
we're slowly getting there. It's just like baby steps,
Yeah.
but we will be getting there, and I loved it. I was so
And
happy.
this was
He
Lewis's
crushed it.
first podium with Ferrari, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's his
so
first podium since Vegas 2024.
wow.
Feels crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy to say. But yeah, his first podium with Ferrari, Charles in 4th. I was happy with it. Should I say the crazy thing that I texted you?
You should.
I feel weird about it. So, guys, I'm about to say something blasphemous,
Maybe controversial.
maybe controversial. I can't even say it. Like, I feel like I can't. I've only texted it to you. Like, I've never said the words
She's
out
never
loud.
said the words out loud. She's not ready.
Like, guys, like, I think, and this isn't a choice. This is just happening to me. This is just like,
The universe is funneling it into you. Like,
yeah,
you
it's like
can't.
not a conscious decision. I'm
Yeah.
not choosing this journey for myself.
Yeah.
It's a journey that's being
Mhm.
thrust upon me.
Mhm.
I think Kimi Antonelli might be becoming my favorite driver.
On God.
Saying it out loud kind of feels right, but also feels really wrong.
And you know
Like,
what though? Like, the thing is it's so fun to root for the new kids on the block because they have so much
yeah,
energy.
I
You
just
know?
love him. You know, like, I feel
Yeah.
so, like,
Maternal.
maternal towards him.
Yeah.
Like, that's my baby child. Like, I feel like I raised him. Like, I'm so protective over him. I feel like I literally feel, like, cute aggression about
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
Like,
You
and I
could
want
He's
only
like
good things for
Yuki
him.
size, like, put him in your pocket, you know what I mean? Like, he's
Yeah.
just
And, like, he's just so sweet and innocent. And I'm like, I love him so much, and I just want all the best things for him, and I just, like, want the entire world for him, and I'm like, is he my favorite? It's feeling really wrong because I do feel like I'm, like, cheating on Charles.
yeah. Well,
I don't know. I'm
you
feeling weird. I'm feeling crazy.
can have a second obviously, like, Danny's my OG, but, like, I have to have someone else, that I
Right.
love.
But it's hard because both of mine are on the grid. Like,
Yeah,
it's easier for you because you're like, Danny's my favorite, but, like, he's not a driver
you're right.
anymore. So, like, you
Yeah,
have to have a favorite that's currently driving.
yeah.
If I had to choose, here's the thing, if I had to choose who's winning a race between, or, like, who's getting world drivers, I don't know if I could
Oh
choose.
my god, okay, so that's kind of crazy. If
Like, I
so,
feel
like,
it in
no,
my
but I think it would be incredible for you if you either had a Kimmy or a Charles year,
I mean,
that you
either
would
way, I'd
be
be
like
really happy.
yeah,
But gun to my head, if I had to choose, I do still think I would say Charles,
mhm.
simply because he's been in the sport longer, and, like, not that his years are dwindling, but, like, Kimmy's gonna have such a long, successful career, like, I can feel it in my
Yeah.
bones, so I'm like, his time will come.
And unfortunately, I do think Charles needs a win. Like,
Yeah, he
Charles
does, he
needs
really
to win the
does.
World Driver Championship or, like, all of his time at Ferrari will be for naught. You know what I
That's
mean? Like,
yeah,
he's
truly.
gonna himself, Like, so I
Yeah,
would like to see Charles win before Kimmy just
me
because
too, but I want them both to win.
I think
Maybe a
if
tie.
Charles doesn't ever win something, it might send him down a really dark path in life. Like, we might be put on a parallel universe where,
Yeah,
like
almost yes and no, though, because now I'm like, he has a really hot wife, he's got an adorable dog. I'm like, he kind of has other things to live for now. Like, I feel like he's, like, surrounded his life with, like, things that, like, he cares about also. So I'm like, I feel like he might be more okay than we think he would be.
I'm just
As
saying.
as the owner of Leo's twin, I can say he has
You
been.
have not, from this moment you learn to walk, have
I
been
know.
training for this dream. If
Yeah.
I was him, I would literally I don't know what I would do. I would need to check myself into a psych ward if at the end I put all of my eggs in Ferrari's basket. And
Yeah,
every year they told me it's gonna be better this year, and I believed them, and then nothing ever came from it.
yeah.
Oh my god. I would
Yeah, you are more mentally on the same wavelength as Charles because you are the career oriented, like,
I
you are
yeah. I can't even.
success for you comes from your job, and I get that.
Yeah.
You and
So
Charles are kind of more aligned, so you understand his mental
yeah.
more than I do, I think.
Yeah, so I'm really happy that he has other things to live for, and those things will come into play, that he surrounded himself should he not win anything, they will be good for him, but my god, I I don't even know what I would do. If
Yeah,
I was pinned as the literal golden boy of
yeah,
Ferrari for probably he'll be there probably a decade if he never
yeah,
leaves, and to just not even come close. Oh,
yeah. Uh, I'm so curious to know what happens, like, this year is simply wild, like,
mhm,
for someone we gotta talk about McLaren.
mhm.
Because what is going on? Like, what is kind of happening over there?
I can't believe, it's been 2 races and Oscar still hasn't.
No, someone I saw a tweet and someone was like, "Can I even call Oscar Piastri my favorite driver anymore? He doesn't even
He
drive."
doesn't even
Like,
drive.
hasn't driven a lap in a race yet,
Someone
like,
was like, "Me and Oscar Piastri have driven the same amount of laps in an
yeah,
F1 car
this
this
year.
year," and I'm like, "Yeah, period."
No, it's kind of insane. Like, what's going on with them? Like, you guys won constructors and world driver champion last year, like,
Yeah, but we're starting over, right? They just, like,
I
they
know, but
didn't
it's
get it
just so
right.
insane. Like, it feels crazy. And then the Aston Martins, like, are we still worried about nerve damage? Like, are they still having permanent nerve damage? Is that why neither of them
They're
finished the
sort
race
of
with one?
giving it's sort of giving the Donald Trump treatment. You just never talk about it again, you know?
Like,
You just
I
move
don't
on to the
know.
next
It
thing
feels
and hope that people don't remember.
no, it's feeling crazy. Like, it's feeling like an insane year where, like, both races, like, at least 5 people haven't finished and, like, within the first couple laps.
I'm happy about it.
It feels nuts. It feels nuts. And then the drivers are like, "No one likes this, not even the fans." And I'm like, I like it. I think
I'm
I'm
not
having
having a bad time.
I'm having fun. We're having, like, good battles. People are swapping for the lead. Like, good for me.
I'm not complaining, so and my steady state is complaining.
Correct.
So if I'm not complaining, it's gotta be, like, pretty decent.
It's just yeah, it's feeling like a crazy year.
My favorite thing to come out of the Chinese Grand Prix this weekend was Franco going, "I have a punch sticker." The fact that
Lots
he's
of fun.
obsessed with Punch the Monkey, I relate to him so spiritually. Like, your love for Kimmy, I am starting to feel for Franco.
Yeah,
There is something about that sassy little man.
I love him. Did you ever
I
watch the dinosaur video? Or not the animal
No, I
video?
still haven't watched it, but I actually saw some clips of it. I didn't watch the full thing, but I saw some clips of it on TikTok recently. But I just like he's like, "Look, I have a," he's like, "I got a sticker of Punch," because someone was like, "Oh, like, what are you obsessed with right now?" He's like, "Punch
Punch the
makes me
monkey.
cry." He's like, "I can't watch another Punch video." And I'm like, "I'm literally obsessed with you."
No, I love him. Incredible rookie squad this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And, like, early like, because 'cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna count Kimmy in the rookie squad just because like, it's only his
Yeah.
2nd year, like
Someone who is catching my eye in a very maternal way is Mr. Lindblad.
yeah,
Lindblad?
Lindblad, Arvid Lindblad.
I saw a video of him that in his free time, he's also a skateboarder. I just think he brings an aura to the grid that a lot of these other guys simply can't even come
Don't.
close to.
Yeah, no, they can't.
I think he has just, like, a very cool energy,
Yes, correct.
and I'm very excited to see, like, how he grows into himself in this sport.
Agreed.
Like, I think that he could be, like, the next like Lewis Hamilton in terms of like aura.
Whoa, okay.
I don't know if he has like the skill set yet to be as good as Lewis, but I think that like he has got the it factor.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. So I'm keeping tabs on him as well.
We've got our eyes on you, Arvid.
But one thing I do want to talk about, and I think this could be a fun segment for us. Obviously, we both watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And one thing that I would love to discuss is who do we think the driver's favorite mom is? Like, who do you think on the grid would resonate most with each of the moms?
Okay, well, here's a good question. Who do we think would be Team Demi?
Mm.
Anyone?
Is anyone even on planet Earth team to me right now?
Who knows? It's hard
I think the better question,
because
I think the better question we can ask is Team Jen or Team Whitney.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Demi is so far gone. And you know what? I couldn't even fucking handle her and Brett's little duet session because why did they even put that in? That was so embarrassing.
No, that was so funny. It was so funny. And Nick was like, I feel like I'm watching Step Brothers.
Yeah.
And like I'm watching the car like I was dying.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
And you know what? Now that we're having this conversation, I actually do think we've already had this conversation about which driver is like which mom, because I do think we have an episode, The Secret Lives of F1 Drivers or something.
You might be right.
Feels par for the course. So the better
Yeah, Jen.
conversation we need to be having is Team Whitney or Team Jen.
Me personally, I'm Team Jen. Okay, to be fair,
Whoa!
I haven't finished the season yet.
Okay.
But I just like Jen more than I like Whitney.
You know what? My friend Tina literally goes, Jen was my favorite person. She goes, I had to unfollow her last night after all of this bullshit she pulled on the end of the season.
Well, can we not talk? Would this not be the question then? Because I haven't finished the season.
Okay, fine. So then no one's team to me.
No one seemed to me. But okay, let's not say who their favorite would be because I can't even fathom to guess. Let's just cast who is most like each of them. Like who is Taylor Frankie Paul?
More like who's like resonating. Like who's the leader of Mom Talk?
Like who is the Taylor Frankie Paul of the F1 grid? Who is in a toxic relationship cycle or is always causing drama that actually doesn't need to happen and is taking seemingly any small situation and turning it into World War III?
Two people come to mind for me.
To say it.
Either George,
okay,
or Max.
Okay, interesting.
And not in the sense that he's in a toxic relation, but when you were like, who takes drama to the next level, Max is a bit of a drama queen.
Yeah, I was gonna say Esteban. Like, I just feel like he is dramatic and like he is always like whining.
Okay.
And I don't think it would be George because George is too much of a rule follower. And if there's one thing that Taylor Frankie Paul hates, that would be a rule, self or outside imposed.
Well, for me, I was thinking Taylor is the reason for the season. She's the reason Mom Talk exists. She kind of is the leader of the group. And I do really think that George makes his opinions known. He's stepping up to the plate. He's giving his interviews. He's laying it all out in those press releases.
Yeah, I mean, I guess definitely in this season of Drive to Survive too.
Yeah.
Like he was the one talking shit on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, I could see it.
Yeah.
I just don't think. You know what? I know I asked a question, but there is no one like Taylor Frankie Paul.
No, there's not. Although I will say, the person coming to my mind for Jen is Botaz.
Okay, say more about that.
Because Jen is, I feel like, business bitch. I feel like she has a lot of different businesses going, and obviously we know Botaz has his pizza company.
What else does Jen have going?
She had her studio, her what's it called? Her salon.
Oh, you're talking about Jessie.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I was like, I don't see that at all.
Sorry,
actually.
Jessie.
Yeah, Botaz is for sure Jessie.
Yeah.
Business bitch, getting the Boss Babe award, being Kim Kardashian for the Boss Babe award.
Yeah.
Yeah. saying, "No thanks to my friends. I'm going out with Alex Cooper."
Definitely.
See, okay, I would say for George, I would say George is Macy.
Okay.
Because Macy doesn't give a fuck. And Macy has rules. Macy has rules she is following,
Mhm.
and she does not like any man. And she is gonna call people out, and she's also gonna talk that shit to people's faces.
Yeah.
And I feel like George does that. Like George is like, no, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say in these interviews. I'm gonna complain about people behind their back to their face.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's so Macy.
To me, I think Lewis is Whitney.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because one thing I really admire about Whitney is that she gets shit done for herself.
Yeah. No,
She makes her
this is
dreams
a very
happen,
good comparison. This is a very accurate comparison.
and she will stop at nothing to make her dreams a reality.
Correct.
And I admire that so much about her that it's inspiring. I finished the season of Secret Lives and I was like, I aspire to be like Whitney. So I know you haven't finished yet. But you'll have to circle back and let me know how you feel about Whitney at the end, because I just was like, yeah, girl, get yourself a gay husband who supports you and watch your dreams come true. So Lewis is Whitney to me.
Okay, I love that. Let's see. Who else is there? Michaela.
I love Michaela.
I love Michaela. Poor Michaela. She just goes through it.
Oh, and her man are separated now. I can't wait for her chronic illness to clear up. She's going to wake up and be like, I'm cured. Yeah, because that man who impregnated you when he was 20 and you were 16, no wonder you don't want to have sex with that man. That's not a surprise to me after your sexual trauma. I'm like, girl, you get out of there and your skin condition is going to clear the fuck up.
Well, she also did just move out of a house that was like full of black mold. So hoping that maybe that had also something to do with her skin condition. I just pray for the best for her. I love Michaela.
One
I
of
love
the
her.
only sane, grounded ones.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So who would we say is one of the only sane, grounded people? Like for me, I actually think Macy is giving Alonzo.
Okay, I see that.
Sort of. I think
Sort
that
of kind of no one, because I don't actually think to be an F1 you can be like super sane and grounded. Like I feel like you have to be a little bit insane.
I mean, she's part of Mom Talk, so she's a little bit insane.
True.
Honestly, Michaela, a little bit Kimmy, I think.
Okay.
I think
Kind of like in her own lane.
She's in her own lane. She's having fun, you know?
Is she?
Sometimes.
I don't really think she's having a lot of fun almost ever. I haven't seen one scene where Michaela's like, I'm doing great. Like, I actually don't think she's doing very well, like at all, ever.
Well, I just went through her TikToks and she just posted recently and she looked real happy to be out of that house with that man. So
was it the one where she said, oh, she didn't want to die. She just want to get out of that house.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the streets are saying that it's actually that's when she moved out of the black mold house that was killing her. So TBD. Maybe we'll never find out since season 5 is paused
Forever.
And you want to know what? No offense, as it should be. This show came out a year and a half ago and they're already filming season 5. No wonder these girls are having psychotic breaks. Like, I'm scared for them.
You know, and again, why I'm relating to Whitney, she has a little bit of a breakdown because she's like, I'm doing too much, I'm spread too thin, but I want to do it all. And I'm like, I get you, girl.
You are Whitney.
I get you, girl.
For better or for worse, you are Whitney.
And you know what? I'm not even 2 seasons ago, I might have been mad at that situation. I might have been mad at that comparison. But she, coming out of season 4, I am a Whitney stan. She can do no wrong in my eyes. I think her hair color is perfect. I think she looks incredible. I'm so happy that she's on Broadway. I'm so happy that she's getting to produce her little Christmas movie. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you do it all.
I don't know if there's anyone else really worth comparing anyone to. There's who else we have? Layla, Miranda.
Miranda's also growing on me.
Yeah, I feel like she is the one that's just kind of in her own lane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's just like, I was a friend of for a while, and now I'm just here, and I was in the swingers, and now I'm not, and I'm just kind of vibing.
Yeah.
But I like her.
Honestly, kind of Lance Stroll vibes. But like non-derogatory, you know what I mean? Like not in a
Yeah.
bad way, just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind
Just
of
like, I kind of forget about her.
Yeah.
It's not really doing anything overly offensive or overly exciting.
Yeah.
Like, she's just kind of there and
Mhm.
like, okay,
Yeah,
good
and
for her.
she's there. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's there.
Mhm.
Okay. Potential controversial topic. If the drivers are watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which drivers do we think are amused by dad talk? And like are like, yeah, those guys kind of get it. Because Pierre likes dad talk for sure.
For sure.
Pierre's like, I would hang out with Chase in a
Mhm.
heartbeat.
Mhm. I do think Franco,
Yeah,
just because I think he has a chaotic energy.
100% he does. Correct.
I don't like it. I'm not agreeing with it, but I just think that he would like if you were hanging out with him, he might show you that TikTok. He might not know, but he
Yes.
might stumble upon one in a way
Yeah.
and find it funny.
Yeah.
Checo.
Yeah, 100%.
He's joining Dad Talk.
He's joining. He's friends with them already.
He's like, when can I go to the villa?
The villa.
He's Jordan to me.
Enough. I don't even want to hear Jordan's name.
I can't.
Every time stupid little face comes to my TV, I'm like, turn it off. I hate him. First of all, the first thing I said about him, he looks as if a garden gnome came to life.
Mhm.
Second, I also feel as though he looks like if Mr. Potato Head came to life but had weird hair.
Mhm.
Like almost like Chia Pet hair.
Mhm.
That's what Jordan feels like to me.
Mhm.
And then like, why are Chase and Mason here? I don't really get it. Love when Macy was like, oh, a team clout chasers. Because, man, I love Macy.
Yeah.
I do love Macy.
Yeah.
I love Macy.
We could have a whole nother
We could.
whole nother episode just talking about the season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, because I have so many opinions. I have so many
opinions.
And y'all don't even know the half of them. But that's fine.
But that's not what we're here for.
I will say I'm disappointed that not disappointed. Obviously, there's a global conflict going on in the Middle East, but the fact that we're losing Bahrain and Saudi Arabia.
Not that I'm not mad about it, but like we're gonna be gone for the weekend that Bahrain would have been. So like it'll be a nice little tiny break.
You're right.
I feel. And so we have Japan. Exciting. I want to go to Suzuka so bad.
Me too.
And I'm so excited to eat ramen and sushi on Sunday. Like, can't wait. And then we have a break. No race the weekend after, but you and I will be at a race of a different kind. Wink, wink, you guys will see. And then a couple more breaks. We're on vacation. And then the next couple weeks after that will be a little bit more of like chaos episodes where like, who knows what we're going to talk about?
Yeah.
Not even us. Not even us. We don't even know. But it'll be fun. And then once races start back up again in May in Miami, we'll be back on our F1 bullshit. So if you guys have anything that you want to hear us talk about, let us know. Otherwise,
that's when we can do our full Mormon Wives episodes.
Yeah, exactly. Do a full Mormon Wives episode. We have to do an episode where we talk about the announcements by Sarah J. Maas. Don't think we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
Don't think we won't bring that up. And maybe we'll do like a big episode on the girls' room. Like maybe we'll do like a state of the
Union. Yeah.
State of the Union for the F1 WAGs for 2026.
Love it.
But anyways, for now, I feel like that's enough. We've said all we have to say for today, I think.
For today.
Yeah. So we'll be back with a new episode. But until then,
we'll see you on the internet.
Bye.
Bye.